night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights is a fierce fight. Shafts alive like a racing heart. Here's a place where legends start. Oh, MaxspeedTV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Thank you, Chevyland.com. Now hurry, get you one, son. Tell MaxspeedTV sent you. Engines roar, the night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, the crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights is a fierce fight. Shafts alive like a racing heart. Here's a place where legends start. Oh, MaxspeedTV, full throttle run. Broadcasting great chat, second to none. League action racing under the sun. MaxspeedTV, where the fun's never done. Thank you, Chevyland.com. Now hurry, get you one, son.
Welcome to Talladega Superspeedway, where speed, strategy, and survival collide. Today marks round 2 of the OP Superspeedway 87 Series as the drivers take on the fastest and most unpredictable track on the schedule. This event, the Biff 180, is held in honor of Greg Biffle and the Biffle family, recognizing their lasting impact on life, racing, and the legacy they represented. At over 2.5 miles of wide open competition, Talladega demands precision, patience, and courage as competitors race inches apart at breathtaking speeds of over 215 plus miles an hour. With championship momentum already beginning to take shape, every lap matters and every decision counts. Proudly sponsored by Daniel Holloway. The stage is set when the green flag drops. Only the bold will master the draft and contend for the victory in the Biff 180. Good evening and welcome to MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, on the call for you all here tonight. How is everybody doing here this evening? We've already got the pre-race analytics up here tonight. We have got a pretty good field out here this evening as well. It looks like 19 drivers out here, and will all of 15 survive? That is one of the big questions we all have. And during that intro, I think I pretty much set the tone here tonight. Yeah, these drivers are going to be well over 215 miles an hour during practice here. I've seen them reach top speed of about 220. I would rule out 222 in the draft at some point or another here tonight. But, yeah, there we go. I just seen 223 there by the number 65. Well, it's supposed to be the 65 there of a Larry Johnson. Looks like 64 on the car, but we'll get all that figured out here later on. But nevertheless, these guys are going to be screaming around the track here tonight. We are looking here at an air temp of 69, a track temp of 78, 70 laps here tonight, 186 miles. And now a total of 5 tire sets here. That does include the set they start with, so they only get 4 behind the wall here tonight, and we'll see if anybody is going to have to use all 4, or if they're going to be able to save some throughout the race. 43% fuel, 12 to 17 laps-ish here tonight. No stages, 1 fast repair, and 2 GWCs here tonight. So these guys do have a fast repair if need be. Hopefully they don't have to use it, but if they do, let's hope it's not too early here in the race. Now, pit road here at Talladega is 55 miles an hour with a pace speed of 70. Jumping into our points, our first round of points here tonight. We've got the regular points and, of course, playoff points. Both are up here. On the left side is our standings, and on the right side is our playoff picture after round number 1. We have Reynolds, Wetzel, Swank, Winningham, Rothery, Ward, Mayer, Stats, Walter, Sanchez, Kilday, Butler, Elmore, Wise, English, Workman. Right there in that top 16, Overstreet, Lori, Wing, and Elmore. Going to be rounding out our top 20 in the point standings. Jumping over, not much really change really with anybody. Everybody's still pretty much there in the same category. So we really don't have a change. We probably will see a change after tonight's race. But that is what we're looking at right now here in standings and in that playoff picture. Kind of a little bit too early, though, to look at the playoff picture, but we always like to get an idea of where we stand here. We've got, like I said, everybody out on the track here. Wow, bub. Looks like Brennan Kennedy, Belva, Steven out in chat. My brother also out there. We've got a pretty good turnout here, too. Looks like 15 of you out there watching at the moment. Going to get ready for tonight's action. If you haven't already, hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit that bell, turn on notifications here tonight. Going to be, I think, a very, very, very good race. If y'all have a pick out there, throw it in chat. We will definitely try to get to it. We'll have qualifying here in just a few moments as well. I think this is going to be one heck of a race. And we've got... 9 more races, including tonight. There is 10 races in the regular season, then they'll get into the chase. So we've still got a long way to go. It does look like more drivers have entered the facility here. Rick Seabrands, like a guy by the name of Peter. And Anthony English did make it out here. I was talking to him earlier, and he said he might or might not make it, depending on if he is able to get all that snow shoveled that they got up there in where he lives at. But good thing he is here tonight. Going to give a bigger field. 22 drivers right now. We're going to go ahead and jump into the national anthem here tonight, folks, provided by Madison Rising. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
All right, drivers have taken to the track for qualifying, and even by themselves, they're reaching speeds. Let's see, Brent Elmore of a 205 out at 202, but looks like Dwayne Corbett 207, 208, 209, 210 into the corner. Just goes to show you how fast they're going, even single car. These cars do not have restrictor plates on them, so yeah, Aussies can pronounce vowels. Yeah, I do give y'all that. And times are now rolling in here. Everett Lane right now up at the top spot. Looks like one lap of qualifying is all they get. Yep, Everett Lane right now up at the top spot. Adam Kilday's out on the track. Ron Walters. Like Ron is going to come to the stripe here. That's going to be his lap. The start of his lap. First out lap does not count, even though they have a time on it. Rick Seabrand's gonna go up into, or Rick Sanchez, my bad. Didn't I see Seabrand's? Yeah, Rick Seabrand's is out here. Okay, so Rick Sanchez is gonna go up into second. Rick Seabrand's is out on the track. Looking at his name when I was on Sanchez. Bobby Wetzel gonna knock off Sanchez and go into second. Anybody gonna be able to knock off Everett Lane? Gabe Butler gonna go up into third. Daniel Holloway, Mr. Candyman down there. Vicente Guerrero, Shane Ward. I think his name is Peter Anna? Like 25. Looks like we do have the correct car number. That looks like 25 on the car. Yes, it is. Like 26 from far off, but it is 25. Have the correct car number. Shane Ward up into 13th. Peter and Rick still out there. Oh, Rick's in pit road here. Peter, 46.4. Oh, 46.469. Peter is going to go up into pole here this evening. I do not see him in Discord. But right now, he's got the pole, and that is going to be it. Wow, Dylan. Wow. Wow. I see how it is. All right, well, let's get him on the grid here. Peter is going to grab the pole out here tonight. Congratulations on the pole. Let's go ahead and grid him up for the first time here tonight. Well, maybe. There we go. All right. Peter and the number 25 going to grab the pole here this evening. Congratulations again to Peter on pole. Everett Lane going to start on the outside of him in second. Bobby Wetzel third. Gabe Butler fourth. Rick Sanchez fifth. Anthony English sixth. Dwayne Corbett seventh. Vicente Guerrero in eighth. Adam Kilday in ninth. And Zachary Workman in 10th. Ron Walters in 11th. Eric Laurie in 12th. Scott Wise 13th, Shane Ward 14th, Brett Elmore 15th, Nicholas Wing 16th, Harold Rothery 17th, Brian Elmore in 18th, Daniel Holloway 19th, and Larry Johnson in 20th. Rick Seabrands is not going to qualify. However, he'll start 21st. Likewise for Matthias Swank 22nd. Mr. Mark Mann not qualifying either. He will round it out here tonight in 23rd. I think this is going to be a pretty good race out here. If y'all, like I said, y'all have a pick out there, throw it in chat. No Steve Hoppett here tonight, unfortunately. Steve, that was a boneheaded move out there, buddy. Not renewing your iRacing subscription, man. We miss you out on the track, buddy. But I know you'll be back, so glad to see you out in chat, nevertheless, bud. We'll get the driver bar up here. We are going to see speeds, though, very, very quick here tonight. All right, here we go. Rolling off. 1 lap is all they get for qualifying. We are going to be screaming around the track. 70 laps, no stages, straight up racing. We know these guys can go green to checker. They have done it before. Of course, a big shout out to, again, Daniel Holloway, sponsoring tonight's race. The Biff 180. Yeah. Yeah, I know that iRacing pace car, yeah, that does have a great red, white, and blue paint, doesn't it? I think you're talking about Peter's paint there, Brittany, but, you know, that pace car is also red, white, and blue, so just saying. Everybody did grid, all 23 drivers. Doesn't look like anybody stayed on pit road to come or to pull over and to go to the tail end. So it looks like everybody is going to start right where they are being put. Now the pace car is going to dive to the safety of a pit road. Here we go. Coming into that start zone for the first time here tonight. Here we go, folks. The Geico start zone. Green is out. Here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We are racing here tonight. The Biff 180 at Talladega. And already being a move here by Zachary Workman, going directly to the bottom after the green flag, so he did not waste any time. Already some 3 wide back here. Anthony English in the mix. That did not last but a second, as we are going to come to the stripe for the first time. Who's going to lead it? Is it going to be Peter? And I believe, yeah, Peter got it barely at the line. That's going to now put Everett Lane up to the front. Got a good run there with Gabe Butler. Gabe is not only one heck of a pusher, but he is one heck of a driver, too. That is one of the drivers throughout the race here tonight you're going to have to watch, as well as Bobby Wetzel. We know Bobby really well from last week. No surprise, already pushing up toward the front. Now, I did start third, but not holding back, does have Rick Sanchez on his bumper, and out of turn 4, coming across the stripe through the tri-oval, going to be Bobby Wetzel. I think we're going to have a lot of leaders here tonight. Just seeing how things are already developing out on the racetrack. Harold Rothery, Scott Wise, Larry Johnson, right here together. Daniel Holloway, Mr. Candyman. We know Daniel. Again, a big shout out to Daniel. I believe he is actually running a Biffle throwback out there here tonight in the 21 car. It's a Hooters paint. I believe that is one of Greg Biffle paints. Yes, they do. Brett Elmore, Brian Elmore running together. Already, again, some movement and 3 wide up here. Now back to 2, the 071 of Erica Laurie. And I would not rule out a 4 wide. Oh, man. We almost had a 4 wide there. Everybody was able to back out of it and get where they needed to be. But I would not rule out a 4 wide here tonight. Definitely 3 wide. Going to see a lot of that. Seeing Brett Elmore, Erica Laurie, Tina Brian Elmore, Anthony English even in the mix here. The 4 of Seabrand's wing. And that would be Mark Mann. Like we also have supposed to be in the 12. However, another car 75 on the car. 240 plus miles an hour, but man, they got to slow down. Lap number 5. Like a Buckeye Dana out there rooting on Mr. Harold. All right, so Steve Hoppett rooting on Everett and Rick. Podium here tonight. Got 1 for, leave it to Steven. Yeah, leave it to Wing, all right? Leave it to Wing. Instead of leave it to Beaver, leave it to Wing. Also got a pick for Mr. Rothery. I just hope these guys just have a good race. I love to see upsets, even in racing. I like to see the underdogs pull them out. I love it. It's been a while since we've seen the 41 of Vicente, up in podium or, even with the win. So I think he does too, Steven. I think he does it. Just everybody. Larry Johnson also. This is one that I was saying it was a number 64 on the car, 65 in the driver bar. So it's only one number off, but still, nevertheless, still another hiccup with a number there. And I've got everything turned on that needs to be turned off, and things that's turned on that or turned off that needs to be turned off. So I know I've got everybody's number. It's just I think they didn't set it where they needed it to be on their end. And Steve Hoppett is putting Anthony English in the final podium spot, so wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, it's been a while since we've seen Vicente up at podium or with a win. I'm looking to see. I think Vicente, if I had to pick, I think I would actually have to pick the 41 as one of the drivers to bring it home into victory lane or maybe in the top 3. I would like to see Vicente pull out the win. A long season, though, folks. I mean, we've got 10 races in the regular season. 9 left, including tonight. 3 wide up front. Bobby Wetzel caught on the outside. Now back to side by side. We're going to be getting into possibly first round of pit stops here momentarily. As Peter going to lead another lap here. Zachary Workman up to second. 10 laps into the race. No surprise. Oh no, Eric Laurie, we have a big wreck in the back. Eric Laurie, Rick Seabrand's yellow is out. He will do a rewind here. It does not like to go far enough back. It looks like Eric Laurie caught the wall and nowhere to go for the number 4 of Rick Seabrands. Both of them hard into the wall. And both of them, it looks like, is going to have to tow to pit road. That is unfortunate here early on. Netsby out there. He won. Okay, he might have won last night's, Peter, but I wasn't there, so it don't count. All right. If I wasn't calling the race, it don't count. Netsby out there, a little bit, yeah, personally a bit biased. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I got to pick on old Peter out there because, you know, yeah, Vicente winning last night according to what he posted, but only in my mind. But see, it's been a while since I've called a race with him winning or in the top 30. It's been a little bit. So, but hey, if he won last night, man, congratulations to him on getting the win. I was actually playing cornhole last night, so. All right, looks like everybody probably come down pit road here. We are within that window or close enough to it. Yeah, Workman is going to bring them all down pit road, or for the most part, I think everybody is going to come down. I don't foresee anybody staying out. Yeah, everybody's coming down, and unfortunate Eric Laurie and Rick Seabrands had to tow here. I can't do nothing about it. I don't know. It's the only mic I've got, guys. And I do appreciate Steven for let me, give me the mic, but yeah, definitely having problems with it for sure. Yes, I did. I changed USB ports and everything. It's got to be the mic. It is, it's a USB mic, but I don't know. I don't know. No, you do not want subtitles, trust me. All right, let's see. Larry Johnson is going to stay. We've got some more drivers coming back down. I don't know. I don't know, Steve. I really don't. But I get what you're saying. I was just listening into it. Yeah, every time I move the cord, there's static. So something is definitely going on. Larry Johnson, Bobby Wetzel, Scott Wise, Matthias Swank, Shane Ward, Brett Elmore, Brian Elmore, Harold Rothery, Ron Walters, Zachary Workman, Daniel Holloway, Dwayne Corbett, Adam Kilday, Rick Sanchez, Mark Mann, top 15, Nicholas Wing, Vicente Guerrero, Anthony English, Peter, Everett Lane, Gabe Butler, Rick Seabrands, Eric Laurie. That is the order. That's the top 23 in order. Yeah, because I'm not moving. All right, here we go. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. Start finish line at the exit of pit road through the tri-oval. That is also where the restart zone is. We'll have to come through the tri-oval before we get green. There is the start zone. And the green's back out. Here we go, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set as still as possible here. Back underway here tonight at Talladega. Already made a pit stop there under the yellow. 3 wide already. Harold Rothery was in the middle of that. And like he is gonna stay. Nope, he's gonna go top. Well, all right, Harold, what you gonna do there, buddy? Gonna go through up the middle. You gonna stay top side? What you gonna do? Looks like he is gonna stay behind the 11 here, Brett Elmore. Corn dogs. Wow. I mean, I'm a dorkfish. Caught me on a corn dog, so, you know, according to Steven. All right, we've still got plenty of laps right back here with Dwayne Corbett. Let's ride along here with Dwayne Corbett. I know everybody's been wanting some in-car views. So let's kind of turn it up, do some a little bit different here. I know we've got a battle up front for the lead. Scott Wise, Larry Johnson. We're keeping an eye on that here, too. And it looks like Scott Wise is going to lead that lap. All right, little bit of a ride along there. And yeah, Scott Wise, he's led a couple of laps here, and it looks like he may lead another one in that number 31 machine. Got some separation, though, back here from about Daniel Holloway to Adam Kilday, but Adam is coming 3 wide yet again as Zachary Workman works the bottom out of turn 4. Scott Wise, Larry Johnson, Brian Elmore, and of Ron Walters. I'm trying to stay as still as possible, but I also try to call the race. That way it doesn't get all staticky. Five up the middle, that is our pole sitter. Trying to work his way back up toward the front. Big view here. Really don't like that view. 24 of Everett Lane. That is a sharp looking car out there though. Fast lane racing. That is beautiful. Mark Mann even in the mix here. I don't know where Mara's at, but he has worked himself up into 18th. Brian Elmore now running up toward the front in the 14 machine with Zachary Workman right behind him. Brian Elmore looking to lead his first laps here, and if he can hold off the 31, he will do just that across the stripe. Brian Elmore is going to lead his first lap here tonight, 3 wide behind him. Back to side by side, and yet here we go again, 3 wide once again. Coming out of turn 2, back to a side by side, and then they're going to go back to 3, almost 3 wide. Lot of 3 wide action, no doubt about it. Dean now pulled back. Brian Elmore got caught right in the middle. No help whatsoever. He's going to have some help here, though, before long, it looks like. Maybe. I say that. Nobody is helping him. He's trying to get some side draft. Oh, these cars do get pushy. No, I believe she probably is. Right. Up on 9-10 laps for these drivers, getting into that window once again for a pit stops. Seeing that bottom line really starting to form up here. I do have it at about 12 to 17 laps, 43% fuel. That does seem about right. And what happened to the 21 of Daniel Holloway? Uh-oh, something happened to Daniel. Is he blinking out? Don't know. Eric is not out there, and I don't know if you, Steven, if you have it pulled up or not. Bottom line really formed up here Oh, there he is. Okay, so he is having some major blinking problems. That's what's going on with the 21 of Daniel Holloway. He is having some major problems. Back up toward the front. Peter did work his way back up toward the front. Bobby Wetzel, Zachary Workman, Ron Walters, Ty Swank. They are definitely within that window. On the bug screen. What's a bug screen? You know, I got to give you a hard time, Steven. Nicholas Wayne, kind of running right where he started. Running right now in 16th, started 15th. Lap 24 here tonight. Lap 25 as it updates. There we are within that window. Some drivers have been out here going on 14 laps. I do not think they could go the full 17, but I could be wrong. They start really coming down pit road, we'll know. Daniel Holloway has just completely dropped out, it looks like. Yeah, you would be a bug screen. Wow. Nobody is coming down pit road yet, but that inside line really formed up. Now it's starting to get spread out again. 3 wide again up toward the front. Peter really controlling. Well, I say that. Now Bobby Wetzel going to get a huge run. Make the pass on the outside. Bobby has led several laps here. Out of 4 they go. Nobody coming down pit road yet. Everybody staying out. They have been now out here at about 15, 16 laps. Maybe I was a little off on my fuel calculator. Better update here once they start pitting. Get back up front on our leaders. Out of 4, here we go. We're going to have some pit stops here, folks. Like Bobby Wetzel. Oh, somebody just went around the... Oh, that was Everett Lane. Gonna have a black flag. Went around the cone. Bobby Wetzel, Gabe Butler, Scott Wise, Everett Lane, Rick Seabrands, all down pit road. About 17 laps. What we're looking at here, we're going to see here, yep, here we go. Big, huge pack now coming down. Zachary Workman, Peter, all right, here we go. Zachary Workman, Peter, Adam Kilday, Matthias Swank, Rick Sanchez, Ron Walters, Harold Rothery, Johnson, Brian Elmore, Mark Mann, Shane Ward, Brett Elmore. All down pit road here. All right, Steven, buddy. Yeah, you get to feeling better, man. My brother had to do the same thing. Wayne Corbett, Nicholas Wing, Vicente Guerrero, Anthony English. Looks like these guys are going to be the last group to come down pit road here. And yeah, they stayed out there at about 17 laps. So that, yeah, I was pretty much right on the dot there. Keep it about 15 to 17 laps. As Peter, Zachary, Adam, Rick all getting up to speed. Not quite there yet. They are going to get passed up by Gabe Butler. And whoa, Peter almost took out the 9 of Bobby Wetzel, but Gabe Butler and Bobby Wetzel just kind of rolling right now. They are up to speed. Scott Wise has a black flag. I wonder, maybe eating off of pit road. I am not entirely sure. Not Steven. Like they're going to be coming up on Eric Laurie. Yep, Eric Laurie is going to go another lap down. Everett Lane, unfortunately, a lap down. Everett is up here, though, with the leaders. He is the first driver a lap down. Larry Johnson is the last driver on the lead lap behind Brett Elmore and Brian Elmore. It looks like working together. Gabe Butler, Bobby Wetzel. They do have company, though. Guys trying to get around Peter here. Like, trying to get on him. There he is right there in the 25. Gabe Butler is now on the high side. Lead the way is the 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Stay off the apron on. That is one thing in these cars you do not want to do, is clip that apron at a high rate of speed. We do have a second pack back here, led by Nicholas Wing, Wayne Corbett, Anthony English, Shane Ward, Vicente, Harold. Guys trying to catch that front pack. Mark Mann even in the mix here with Eric Laurie right there. Mark trying to catch Adam. He is in the draft, so he more than likely will be able to catch him. Batman, as we call him. Already into this 6-7 lap run. Not take long. Lap 34 here, coming to lap 35 this time by. Most already at the halfway mark. After this lap, we will be halfway into this race. Does not take long. Guys only doing 70 laps this season. Cars at a high rate of speed. You really don't. I don't think you really want to do much more than that. I do have the one fast repair and the 2 GWC attempts up there in the top left corner of the ticker. Ron Walters does get that lap, holds off, well, the 24, not for position. That is Everett Lane. Everett trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way here. He'll have to get around the 10 of Ron Walters to do so, and he's going to go to the outside and try it with the help of the 5 of Rick Sanchez. So Everett Lane is back on the lead lap here, the old-fashioned way. However, Rick Sanchez on the outside does have the lead, but not ahead of the 24. So the 24 is still on the lead lap. We are officially halfway here tonight. About lap 5, I do believe that we'll have to come back down pit road here. Gate. It'll be about lap 45. Oh, right, about lap 45. They will have to come back down. Adjusted. Rooting on Shane Ward. Well, Shane right now running in second. Started about mid-pack here tonight in 14th. Right now getting awfully squirrely, though. Does go top, very top side. Does have help with Zachary Workman behind him. Rick Sanchez is our leader. Did put the 24 back a lap down again. Single file back here, though. Everybody really giving everybody some room. Anthony English with the right behind him of Rick Seabrands. Rick caught up into that early yellow here tonight. Nowhere to go. Daniel Holloway is still out here. Daniel having internet problems like earlier. Sent him 5 laps down, but nevertheless, a big shout out to Daniel Holloway once again for coming out here sponsoring tonight's race. We are about 5 laps before they start pitting again. They will have to pit under green flag conditions if we go green after this other round of pit stops at about lap 62. They will have to pit at least 2 more times here tonight. Guaranteed. Zachary Workman back up front. He's led a couple of laps here. Sanchez has led 3. Adam still looking to lead his first laps here tonight. Peter has led 10. Shane Ward has led 1. Ron Walters led a lap. Gabe Butler's led 5. Bobby Wetzel has led 6. Harold Rothery looking to lead a lap here. Mark Mann sitting there in 10th. He's looking at 10th, 11th, somewhere around in that ballpark. 9 of Dwayne Corbett getting a run on the outside. What a run that 9's getting. Got 9 and 09. Now, Dwayne is in the 9 car. Bobby is supposed to be in an 09, but he's got 9 on the car there. So try not to get them too confused with, if you can help it. Well, just kind of going back and forth some. I don't stay up front. Everett Lane into the grass. It looked like he was coming down pit road, and mistakes were made. Gabe Butler, Bobby Wetzel down pit road, as well as Matthias Swank. I do not stay in one spot, especially if they're single file. There's no point in it. Can't identify the cars. Like we've got more coming down. That would be Rick Sanchez in the 5, locking it down. Ron Walters, Harold Rothery, Shane Ward. It looks like they are going to get somewhat early here. Appreciate it. I try. Yeah, more than 5 cars in a race. Yep. Now, if we only had 5 cars in a race, I definitely wouldn't be broadcasting. I will assure you that. Leaders coming down. There is Peter down pit road. Zachary Workman, Adam Kilday, and Mark Mann all down pit road. Ron Walter, I think he got popped for speeding off of pit road. Oh, Harold Rothery having problems coming back out as well. Oh. Back up to the front, we should see Dwayne Corbett come down this time by. Yep, there comes Dwayne, there comes Vicente, there comes Nicholas and Anthony English. Oh, the 41, hang on to it there, buddy. That was Vicente. Good job of hanging on to it, that's for sure. Lap 45, yeah, I was about right. Oh, Vicente having to back up. That is going to cost him some time here. Like Anthony English and Nicholas Bean, Dwayne Corbett coming back out. You also do see Zachary Workman, Rick Sanchez all up to speed, getting around these guys as they come back out onto the track. I do wish I had a better camera angle, but closest one I have is, well, is TV1, one I'm working with. Lap 47, we should see guys come back down the pit road one more time. about, I mean, anywhere between laps 60 and 63. Should be the next round of pit stops. Of course, that is under green flag conditions. If we do get a yellow, that will change it. We'll definitely have to have at least one more stop. It cannot go, from the looks of it, more than 17 laps. We'll be coming up on, though, the 20 to go mark here within the next couple of laps already. Lap number 49. Workman, Sanchez, Butler, Gilday. Anna? That would be Peter. I'll just call him Peter. Bobby Wetzel, Shane Ward, Mark Mann, Anthony English, and Nicholas Wing. That's rounding out the top 10 here. We do have 16 drivers on the lead lap. Brett Elmore is the last driver on the lead lap. 66 of Swank up ahead of him, and Brian Elmore up ahead of Matthias. These three still together. Looks like these guys up here really just staying single file, not really pushing anything major. Oh, the four of Rick Seabrands probably wants his lap back, as well as Larry Johnson. As we are going to hit that lap 51 here tonight, folks, already. Seems like we just got started. 20 laps to go here tonight. Already at 20 to go. They're coming up on Everett Lane here. Everett's going to stay to the high side. Let these guys go around. And one of the other drivers we are missing here tonight is Bubba Cunningham. Did not make it out here tonight, it looks like. Listen, Bubba, Steve. Several drivers that make it out here this evening. No, Steven wasn't feeling good. Mr. Hoppin out there, got to give him a hard time. Didn't pay his iRacing subscription. So, you know, Steve, I got to give you a hard time about that. Yeah, I'm not going to let you live that one down. 18 to go here. They have now been out here anywhere between 11 laps. Bobby Wetzel has been out here. This will be coming up on 12 laps. Coming up time by. Now, if they can get to about, if they can get to about 16, 17 to go and then come down, that will get it to where they can finish the race under green flag conditions. Yeah, clean racing. Yep, only one yellow so far here tonight. Looks like for pro laps, what it says anyway. Don't know how that happened, but that's what it says. 23 lead changes, though. I knew that number was going to go up. You're going to claim old age on that? All right, I give that one to you. But you only get this one. That's all you get, Steve. That's all you get, buddy. All right, 16 to go. Don't see anybody. Yeah, nobody. We'll see if anybody comes down pit road here. I think things are going to starting to get a little bit more heated once they make their final pit stops. Right now, we're just seeing, as I like to call it, the calm before the storm. Mr. Hoppin out there knows all about the calm before the storm. Well, happy late birthday, Steve. I actually turned 39 back in December, and I really don't even want to go back to that month. That was a rough month. Wow, ain't nobody coming down right now. I think they're probably going to go as far as they can. Eric Laurie is down pit road, though. He is in his pit box. Zachary Workman, though, leading the way out of turn number 2. Everybody still really staying in a single file line. Not a whole lot going on. 14 to go. Well, next week, folks, round number 3. It will be at Daytona 08. And then, of course, week 4, IRSS to round out January. The 08 bumpy Daytona for round number 3. That should be an interesting race as pit stops are happening. Bobby Wetzel, Gabe Butler, Shane Ward, Harold Rothery, Matthias Swank, Brett Elmore, both of them was down. Here comes, it looks like, Rick Sanchez having a moment, and I think he went around the cone, but he did not get a black flag for that. So it looks like he will squeak by with no black flag. Yeah, the 08 of Daytona, yep. I want to see what these cars can do at IRSS. I mean, if they're pushing 220 plus miles an hour here tonight, I wonder what they're going to do at IRSS. He wasn't going to let that happen. Nope. Eleven laps to go. We are still waiting on the top 4 to come down. That would be the number 25, the 04, the 44, and the 9, Wayne Corbett. Everybody else, most part. That is the lead. Here they come right now down pit road. Like they did manage to get down safely. And here comes Dwayne down as well. Zachary Workman with already up to speed here. Does look like that would give the lead up to Gabe Butler. Zachary is all by himself and no help whatsoever. Gabe Butler leading the way will not yet, but he would take back over the lead if he can get around the guys on pit road and coming back out onto the track before they get back out. But things are going to really start heating up now. Everybody has made their pit stops for the final time. Peter did manage to get back out onto the track before Gabe and company come around, but they are all full speed ahead. They're going to come screaming around to the outside. There is nothing that the 25 can do. He doesn't have any help down there. He had to get up to speed. Gabe Butler up front. That is the 66 of Matthias Swank ahead of Gabe Butler. Guys trying to stay on the lead lap just in case a late race yellow comes out, then he would just already be back on the lead lap. Lucky dog, if he was not involved in it, would go to Brian Elmore. Which will bring me, well, it might be, Steve. You might not be too far, wrong on that one. But my question is, for everybody out there, if they do have a late race yellow here and they did already pit, do you stay out knowing that you have enough, enough to make it, or do you come down pit road? Ron Walters with a black flag here. Not what he wanted. Do you pit? Do you stay out? What do you do with a late race yellow? All right, 8 to go. Zachary Workman, Anthony English. They are coming up around Brian Elmore. Here comes Peter as well. Oh, Workman going to the bottom. Gabe Butler to the top. Here comes Anthony to the bottom. I told you things were going to get heated here. Workman! Save it! He did! Wow! Whatever the crew chief wants. Hey, Charles. But what if you don't have a crew chief? What if you're just out there blind? Anthony, Gabe, Peter, Mark, Workman. Workman had to save it. Didn't want to bring out a yellow. There is the 31 as well up here. That is Scott Wise. That is not for position, but he is up here with the leaders. And you are there. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. 3 wide for the lead. Zachary Workman pushing the daylights out of Gabe, and the number 25, no help at all. Anthony English getting pushed by Mark Mann. This is going to be an interesting finish. And yeah, the runs that you get in these cars, oh man. It's got to be scary. Anthony working every single line. He sees a run coming. He'll go where the run's at to block it. Oh, Scott Wise in the mix here. This is getting scary. Scott Wise way up there. Good battle up front here. Scott Wise right behind. Oh, Mark Mann into the wall. No! Oh, I think we're going to have a yellow. Yes, we are. Oh, a late race yellow here, folks. This will set up a GWC here. And it looks like Mark Mann got into the wall here. We did see that. And right here is where it really happened at. The 11 and the 14. The 11 was going down, trying to go below the 19. 14 also went low and nowhere to go for the 66. Right into the 14. 14 up hard into the outside wall. So GWC attempt number 1 here tonight. Oh, man. All right. Well, Anthony has been out here 9 laps. He is going to be okay to make it. I think everybody will be okay. I think Anthony will even be good for both GWCs if they need both of them. But it looks like Anthony is going to come down pit road here. That's going to give the lead up to Gabe Butler. Mark Mann is also staying out. Mark has been out here 9 laps. I think Mark is going to be okay to make it. I don't think it's a bad call either way you look at it, whether you come down pit road or you stay out. I really don't think it's a bad thing. Now, is it going to bite you? It could. It very well could. So off of pit road, it is going to be go with the... All right, Harold Rothery first, Anthony second, third is Zachary Workman, fourth is Peter, fifth is Bobby, sixth is Dwayne, seventh is Shane, eighth is Vicente, ninth is Nicholas Wing, that is what we have off of pit road at the time. We do have some that are a lap down that did come down and come back out. But GWC attempt here coming up, folks. Hey, 10 likes out there here tonight. Do appreciate it. Like the street health is good. Like we're at 10:09 Eastern, 9:09 Central. 2 races. Oh, there was another one going on. Lights are off. Gabe Butler, Mark Mann, Adam Kilday, Harold Rothery, Zachary Workman, Anthony English, Peter, Bobby Wetzel, Shane Ward, Dwayne Corbett. That's our top 10, it looks like. Vicente Guerrero in 11th. Nicholas Wing 12th. Rick Sanchez in 3rd. That is how we are going to line up here, folks. GWC attempt number 1 here tonight at Talladega. The OP Superspeedway TNT 87 Series. The Biff 180. Sponsored by Daniel Holloway. Presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. Can we go to the end from here, or are we going to have to use up the other GWC here tonight? Well, we will know in at least 1 lap. We will go green if they make it around to the white flag and it comes out. They will race it to the end. If a caution comes out before the white flag, they will do it all over again 1 more time. So do we end it with a caution, or do we end it with a checker? Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. It'll be Gabe and Mark, row 1. Gabe on the outside, Mark on the bottom. Buckle up, folks. Here we go. GWC attempt number 1 underway here tonight. Already a move. By the 09. A little bit icy and 3 wide back here. Zachary Workman. Bobby Wetzel. 4 wide at Talladega, folks. Oh my gosh. Coming to the white flag. Can we get there? We will. White flag in the air. 1 more time around. Peter pushing up. Door to door, 3 wide. Oh, this is going to get dicey. Dicey real quick. Oh, they're going to be wrecking right behind them. Peter to the lead. Anthony. Big wreck behind them. Huge wreck. Last ditch run here. It is going to be the 25 winning it here tonight. Vicente in 2nd. And Shane Ward in the third. We have got to look at that. Man. What a finish. Several divers hard into the wall. Oh, doesn't look like we're going to get any burnouts out here tonight, so we're going to go ahead and pause it right there. We are going to try to get the top three up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show here, folks. So give me a few minutes. I will try to grab the top three here tonight. Hang on. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks. Well, I've caught up with our second and third place finisher here tonight. We're going to go ahead and pull up our third place finisher here this evening. Shane Ward out there here tonight. Shane, awesome job. You were in the right spot at the right time. Massive, massive wreck, buddy. Talk about it.
Oh man, that going into turn 3 and 4, I knew something was gonna happen. I had to get to the bottom line because once you if they all wash up, I can get by them. They kind of did their thing, and my eyes were just glued to the front. Go, go, go. Unfortunately, didn't have enough for the 25, and yeah, it was just such a kerfuffle at the front. I am so glad I was able to just hold on to it and come up with third.
Yeah, that was a great podium and a great points night. I know these cars are very fast. They don't have a restrictor plate on them, so you know what speed you get, that's what you get. What was the toughest thing out here tonight? I know this track is wide. There was a 4 wide there, and what was really tough about it here tonight?
The last pit entry on the last green flag stop. I don't know if you caught it on the broadcast, but I wiped myself out. Luckily, I didn't enter pit, so I didn't get a speeding penalty. But I felt that if you didn't get off the track and do it perfectly, that was probably the weakest part. The rest of it was just easy.
Easy peasy work. All right. Well, awesome job out here tonight on a P3, buddy. Good points night for you. Next week, the 08 of Daytona. What do you think about that racetrack and these cars?
It's not all about the track. It's all who you race with. It depends on how aggressive they are on a bumpy racetrack, right? I've done officials with that racetrack so many times. It's a lot of fun. It can bite you, and when it does, it hurts.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out in next round next week, buddy. Awesome job on the finish out here tonight. You have any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you celebrate your finish?
Actually, yeah, a couple thanks. I want to thank my buddies at G Lightning. Thanks, my buddies, Masters of the Draft there with Scott and Bobby. I want to thank my sponsors, Crest Fire Extinguishers, my stepdad's company, so that's why I always shout them out. NOS Energy, because I drink too much of that stuff.
I can tell the way you talk.
I think I've had like 2 or 3 already while the race is going on. I was like, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
But thank you for the broadcast, because without that, I've got nothing to look back on. It's always fun to go back and appreciate everything that you do for everything. OP, everybody that's involved in that, and yeah, anybody I haven't, I'm sorry, but thank you.
All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job. Go celebrate your third out here tonight. Calm down on those nosses, man.
I'm going to be up all night now.
Oh, yes, you will. All righty, buddy. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week.
You betcha. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, bud. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our P2 finisher here tonight, Vicente. I was rooting for you out there here tonight, man. I said it. I said, man, I would love to see old Vicente, bring it home into victory lane or a podium. And, well, you brought it home in podium.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you were late last night, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a... But, man, it was a crazy race there at the end.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about the overall race out here tonight. We did have an early caution, and just some boo-boos happening out there. And then we had that caution there to set up a GWC attempt. Man, talk about it. What was pit stop like? What was the track like racing around other drivers and your teammates there? And how was that 4 wide down there, buddy?
Yeah, that 4 wide was insane there. But overall, the night went fairly well. I mean, I tried to stay conservative and save the tire wear and see what the tire wear was. And one of the stints there, I only took right sides, and I lost a lot of track position. Not only because I took rights, I also slid through my box. The
Yeah.
track was greasy there in pit road, so there were several times that I just keep missing the box. I'm not sure if I'm not used to the flagger there with the small little sign, or just the track overall in the car and the tires.
Yeah, we seen that. We seen you had to back up, and I was like, oh, that's gonna hurt. And it might have hurt you, but cautions here late, it really kind of evened itself out, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so I got a second chance, and I did the best of it. I went in pit road and took 4 llantas and filled it up with fuel so I could get maximum traction and weight on the car.
Yeah.
And it was a rocket there. I mean, it felt really good, stable, and everything. I got doored a couple times there in the backstretch. Came underneath Anthony, and he wasn't clear. He thought he might have been clear back down on the bottom, but I nudged him a little bit there, and he got washed up a track. And then I was hoping I was going to get a run off there at 4. I thought I had something. If Shane would have stayed behind me, I think we would have had something for that leader there.
Yeah, 25. I think his name is Peter. That's the way I pronounce it. So,
Yeah.
But hey, man, the P2, after your win last night, you got a good points night here tonight. Awesome job. I did have a question. Okay. Questions. One question is still about the race. The lighter, the more fuel, y'all started out at 43%. So when y'all burnt off the fuel, did it really start to, really get loose?
I mean, it just, to me, it just felt like it was tight. Just start tight, and where you can't just can't turn the car. That's probably a little bit of everything. The track, the tires, probably the fuel.
Yeah, well,
But, I just took a wild guess there and filled it up, and like if it was a restart, and just have at it.
yeah. Well, you did what you had to do, buddy. The 08 of Daytona next week. Bumpy Daytona. Same question for you that I had with Shane. This car, the way these speeds are, the no restrictor plates, going into that race, that track car combo. What are you hoping to see in that race?
I'm hoping to see a smooth ride. Hopefully, with the suspension, it's a lot softer. Maybe it'll take those bumps a little bit easier. But I don't know. Maybe getting loose on some bumps there. I don't know. I haven't been on the track with this car for a while.
Oh,
So I guess we'll figure it out next week.
I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. So, awesome job out here tonight on a P2, buddy. I know you probably got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your P2 finish. So, Mike, yours.
Yeah, I want to thank you for broadcasting. Can't wait to watch this one back. I want to thank OP and all their admins for what they do. Want to thank my folks out in Arizona, my wife, for letting me do this, more often than usual. Um, and I think that's about it. Oh, and the Budweiser on the car and the crew. Everybody, they did an awesome job on the car.
They did. They managed to get you and squeak you up into P2, buddy. Hey, maybe one more spot
Yes,
better
sir.
next week. So,
We'll try.
yeah, we'll try, man. Awesome job, man. We'll see you next week, buddy. Go celebrate.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right. Well, that was Vicente Guerrero. I cannot find the number 25 out there, but congratulations to Peter on the win out here tonight. That is our podium finishers here this evening. We're going to go ahead and dive down here to the unofficial results. Of course, pending any admin stuff they have to do out here tonight. But Peter in the number 25 going to grab the win out here tonight. Again, congratulations to him on the win. Vicente Guerrero in a P2, Shane Warden third, Anthony English will finish in fourth out here tonight. Nicholas Wing in fifth, Gabe Butler sixth, Rick Sanchez 7th, Harold Rothery in 8th, Bobby Wetzel 9th, Zachary Workman 10th, Dwayne Corbett in 11th, Adam Kilday 12th, Mark Mann 13th, Matthias Swank 14th, Brett Elmore 15th, Rick Seabrand 16th, Eric Laurie 17th, Larry Johnson in 18th, Ron Walters 19th, and Everett Lane 20th, Scott Wise 21st, Brian Elmore 22nd, and Daniel Holloway there in 23rd here tonight. But next week, folks, we'll be back in action again with the TNT Series and the 87s at the 08 of Daytona. We'll be off tomorrow night. Back into action this Saturday with the OP Unlimited Series. 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central, right here on MaxspeedTV. Again, a big shout out to Mr. Holloway out there for coming out here sponsoring tonight's race. Big shout out to all the fans out there, Mr. Hoppett, Belva, Charles, everybody out there that tuned in here tonight. Some out there, Justin, Steven. I know we had a whole bunch of you out there, and thank you all for hitting the like button out there here tonight, too. We do appreciate likes out there here tonight. So awesome job by everybody. But until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Engines roll, the night comes alive. MaxspeedTV, where the races thrive. Tires burn, a crowd leans in. This is where the action begins. Wheels spin, sparks ignite. Under the lights is a fierce fight. Chats alive like a racing heart. Is a place where legends start. Oh,